welcome back. So remember in last video we created this brand new table view here, and also we created two new classes for it. So in this video I'm gonna show you how to actually populate information in this table view. So actually just imagine that you're this table view, and like this table view controller is your supervisor, and it wants you to like present something. So the first question you might ask your supervisor is that how many sections should I display, and then in each section how many rows do I have, and lastly, so for each row in each section, what information should I actually display? So as a table view controller, it is its responsibility to tell its own table view like this information. So in order to do this, let's actually go to the cat TableViewController class, and this class provides us like exactly these methods to answer our table views questions. So, and the name, as you can see, is very descriptive. Number of sections, number of rows in section, and yeah, I mean there is another method called cell for row at, and we will comment this. We will uncomment this later. So now let's actually just hard code some cat or table view. Number of sections. Now we only need one section, so just return 1. And number of rows in section. So actually we can configure this number according to our section ID, but since we only have one section, we will just, well, actually let's just hard code 2 cats for now, and uncomment this method. So in this method we are going to take in table view and an index path. So an index path is an object which contains both the row number and the section number in it, but actually here we will only need the row number information from our index path, and we will return it a cell, and this cell will actually contain all the information we wanted to present. So here we will create a new cell, and WDQ reusable cell. So this method will actually give us back a normal table view cell, but actually since we already have our own customized cell here, we want to hard cast it to our cat table view cell, so that we can use attributes we defined in our cat table view cell. So, and here with ID identifier, so actually we have to go to our main storyboard and give our cell an ID. So yeah, no, zoom in and try to, yeah, so we have finally selected our prototype cell, and it's under your attributes inspector, and here there's a reuse identifier. So this should be a unique string, string for each for each different prototype cell. So in this table view we only have one prototype cells, but when you have like other table views, you should use different identifier for them. So let's just name it cat cell and hit enter, and go back to our controller, and just add this string to be cat cell. Okay, good. So now it knows that we are actually using that prototype cell to display information. And this the curious Hugo cell means actually, so for example, when we have like a very long list of cats, and when we scroll up, we actually won't be able to see the cells on the top of our list. So instead of just storing them in our table view, we will actually reuse those cells and dequeue them to the bottom and use them to like actually show present the information of some cats in the bottom of the list. But like actually you don't have to care about this, just use this method and you'll be fine. Yeah, so the next thing is actually we want to link this label and this image view to our cat TableViewCell class because we would want to modify them. So just open our assistant editor and make sure that you are in your cat TableViewCell class. And here, just select our label first and control drag. Wait, so let me just make sure I'm selecting the label here. Okay, so control drag and drop. So yeah. The type is UI label and the name is, well, name label. Okay, and then the next thing is our image view. So it's let's just call it image view actually. Alright, so now our cat TableViewCell has 2 more class members, and now you can see since we casted our cell to be of type cat TableViewCell, it now has 2 attributes. One is name label and the other is image view. So we can actually edit the content of these 2 attributes now. So here, let's see. Let's do an if statement here. So if the cell is from the first row, so if index path dot row is equal to, I think it's 0 index. So if it's equal to 0, then cell dot name label. Let's no, dot text is equal to, let's see, let's call it Adam, and actually to add image into our cells, we first have to go to our asset and just add some image to our apps first. So for example here, these are just 4 images I randomly downloaded from Google. Here's thanks to the authors of these images. So just select all of them and drag and drop to your assets.xcode assets, I think. Yeah. So it might take some time. Sorry. Just my Mac is kind of like slow right now, but it is actually just loading these images into your app so that later you will be able to fetch them pretty easily. So, okay, now I've done loading and go back to our TableView controller here. So now we can actually use these images. So that ImageView, dot image equal to, now we are just going to use some UI image literal here. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, actually just type image, and the first thing that will pop out is image literal. So double click this, and then you'll see a little icon here, and double click this icon. So great. Now we are able to select from our 4 cute cats. The first one, I'll choose this, and great. And in another branch, else we will name it so image literal 2. I'll use this picture, and instead of calling it Adam, let's call it Alice. Okay, so we should be good now. Let's compile and see. Yeah. So usually, like, instead of hard coding these cats, we might actually want to have a data structure, which is usually a list. So want to have a list of cats, so that instead of just return 2 here, we can actually call that list and return its length. So that this will make our apps much more flexible according to our data. So it's nearly finished now. Yeah, go to my cats. Oh wow, yeah, we can. Yeah, actually we have our Alice and Adam here, but somehow they are super huge. So yeah, actually let's use another method to tell our TableView what is the size of each of our cell. So just type height and choose the method height for row at. Yeah, okay. So it will like let us return a CG float. So let's see, we can give it a height of 100, I think. 100 should be enough. Okay, so let's recompile again. Oh, yeah, to override it, because this is some method from our superclass TableViewController. So to customize our own controller, we have to override its superclass methods. Okay, so this time it should be fine. Yay, great, perfect. So yeah, we have 2 like cute cats here. So that's so much for it. So next video I'll show you actually how to create a more flexible data source for our table view, and actually we will do it in our backend model class. So okay, see you in the next video.